Hi guys, Kosta here for IGN, and this is the Year of Adventure, and we are playing Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon, the third game to star the character and the first interactive movie in the series, so this is the one that people remember. And it's day 2, and it's time for Tex Murphy to actually get a case. And so the day 2 starts and we're in his office, and we need to pick up the credit card that we applied for in day 1. And we are using the first person early 3D graphics movement to do that. And that's pressing D to tilt down 30 degrees. And it looks like we've got a...
Oh boy, mail.
Oh boy, it's mail. So let's get that and have a look at this baby.
Ah, my own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door.
And why do we need a credit card? Well, we need a credit card because the old fax machine that Tex Murphy has is busted. And in this future vision of 2042, the only way you can get work...
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
Exactly. Without a new fax machine, you cannot do business in this vision of the future. And so with that credit card for the electronics shop, let's head to the electronics shop.
That's the door to the street.
Indeed it is. Okay, so let's head to the street. Okay, and this is the famous Chandler Street for the Tex Murphy series, where pretty much all games from this point on feature. And that's Tex Murphy's future ride, fancy flying car. And that's one thing that the future will always get right, flying cars. And this is the electronics shop with a door that looks like it's out of an Alien movie. And the only way you can get in is by using your credit card.
Well, that's not gonna work. This is the brand new electronics shop outlet. No pun intended. This is the brand new...
And there we go. Electronics.
This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Ham Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located.
And this is some fancy electronics from the year 2042.
Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple.
Not sure what it is.
Looks like a core sample from an old sofa.
Core samples and pineapples. Oh, looks like a computer.
An old 1286 with an ancient super duper wowzer VGA monitor.
Which is the next version of the Retina display, Super Duper Wowzer VGA.
A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. The counter's spotless and wrapped.
For some reason we can move that, but looks like there's something here.
The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. But it's better than nothing.
A fax machine, the very thing we need.
I can't get that while the force field is up.
It's protected by a force field. So this is the first time in any game that a fax machine has been protected by a force field.
Apparently the electronics shop credit card goes in here.
Indeed. And the only way to remove the force field is with a credit card. There it is.
Well, that's not gonna work.
And we talk to the owner, Ham Underwood. There he is, standing there, looking all hammy.
That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
It's pretty harsh.
How's it going? You here to do more shopping?
Oh, you bet, because there sure is a lot of neat stuff in here.
Well, go ahead and look around. If you see something you like in the blue light special box, just insert your card. We'll We'll be happy to bill you later.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Ham Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right.
And that's a tip for anybody that you may find that's cross-eyed. Whatever they say, it's probably the opposite. So now we've got a fax machine, a working fax machine. So we can head back to the office and see what faxes await. Gotta get a real case. And you can fast travel.
You have a fax.
As soon as I hook up the new fax machine, a fax prints out. Oh, finally. Maybe this is a real case, the kind you get paid for.
Indeed. So let's check out the fax.
A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from the Countess Rainier?
Sounds interesting. Dear Mr. Murphy, you have been recommended to me as somebody capable of handling delicate matters with both competence and discretion. I am prepared to pay you handsomely in exchange for your services. I prefer to give you details in person. I do not wish to seem impertinent, but time is of the essence. Please meet me at my residence as soon as possible. The address is 1329 Fillmore Pacific Heights. And with that, we can fast travel there. And pretty much any location that you visit appears in the travel map, and you can travel there at any point. So let's go check out the Countess at her mansion.
The Countess Rainier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man, about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
I'm the Countess Rainier. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. You know, I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr. Murphy. Now, shall we discuss our business while we're still young?
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend. Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it, but I found out nothing.
Well, I'm sure you have more resources, talking about cash, than I do. You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
You know, referring to me as your last option could automatically double my fee.
I already planned on paying you much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman, Mr. Murphy. To give you an idea, the stolen artifact alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay your $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is an item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the Home Shopping Network. Boy, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is. And now that you have all the necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And if you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now I've got to find a link to the black market. How hard can it be?
And there we have it, the case of the missing statue. And so we should head back to Chandler Avenue and ask around, see if anything knows anything about statues. And that's just damn fine detective work. And first up, we should speak to Chelsea, who is a mutant, but a fine-looking mutant.
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Let me show you my investigative abilities. Then you'll be really impressed.
Oh, I'm sure I would, but I just don't date my customers, especially ones with no money.
Burn. Let's go for the hard sell.
Did I ever tell you that I'm a gourmet chef and a fabulous dancer?
Sorry, Tex. Let's just pretend we'll always have Paris.
Oh well. Could have been a beautiful friendship.
So, is there something you came to ask me about?
Okay, now the talking mechanic in the game is a little bit over the top because every name and subject that you come across appears in every interaction, and so you get a lot of...
Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that.
You get a lot of those sorries. Let's ask her about the Countess.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Nope. Statues.
Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it.
Franco Franco.
I don't know how you're going to find him, but if you do, be careful.
So how do we find old Franco? So we can ask other people about him. Let's head to Rook's pawn shop.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
Okay, let's ask him about
I don't know anything about that.
statues. Porn guy.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about statues.
Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco.
And so, this guy's definitely a mutant, and he's one of those ugly type of mutants. Okay, we'll exit. And we can also ask our pal at the diner. Boy, and these controls are a little bit weird. The movement is done with the mouse, but it's not a mouse lock, it's kind of like just a mouse move. And you kind of press spacebar to pause the viewpoint to interact. It takes a little while to get used to, but it isn't too bad.
What can I get you?
Should have prepared you for this guy. Take a look at this guy. Mike the Mutant. See if he knows about Franco.
Sorry, Mife. Can't help you there.
Indeed. Alright, so where else can we go? We can go to the police station to talk to our friend there at the cop shop.
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling something about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Actually, I know all about it. Because I'm the one who put the fear of Rusty in him.
Sure you did, Murphy. What can I do for you? Sorry, Murphy. Can't help you with that. He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade.
Alright, so we know that Franco deals with jade. So there's a lot of just traveling around and talking to people to try and get more clues and things like that. Can get a little confusing, but the hint system, as you can see here, is pretty much just like almost like a mission objective thing. So you know that you need to locate Franco Franco and talk to him, and you can use your points to buy hints. So if we're stuck, we can click on this, and it'll tell us to go ask Rook about Jade. And Rook is the pawn shop owner, so we can go ask him about Jade. So it's a pretty cool system that if you get stuck, you know, at least it points you in the right direction.
What now, Murphy?
What do you know about Jade, pal?
You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
That's a weird accent. I don't know what the hell it is or what it's supposed to be. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so he threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back. No idea what that's supposed to be. Could be mutant. So it could be in this. Won't be in this trash can because that's a 2D trash can. And you can tell because it kind of moves with the camera.
Whoever you...
And it won't be that one either because that's another 2D trash can. 2D trash can. 2D trash can. All these 2D trash cans. 2D, 2D, 3D trash can. So this is the one where we can recycle papers only. Let's have a look.
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned.
Right at the top of the trash can, so we don't need to dig for it. Let's have a look. December 6, 2042. Private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade. Contact Franco Franco at the Alhambra Theatre. Okay, so that means a new location has appeared on our map, so we can just travel there. There it is, the Alhambra Theatre.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theatre, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, 2 lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
Good to be here. So what's the movie? Must be a real stinker, because I think we're the only 2 people here.
This is my private theater. Do you like movies?
Sure do, pal. Let's reflect on a favorite film.
Sure I do. Maltese Falcon helped me choose my path in life.
Ah, so you steal artifacts for a living?
Well, let's get back on track. Enough about Humphrey Bogart.
Sometimes. Actually, I came to ask about a particular artifact.
Well, perhaps I can help you. Do you have the item?
No. Nope, we don't have anything. So pretty much we need to get some jade, I take it, to offer him for info. He deals in jade, and okay, so there's something at the warehouse. Thanks to the old cheat system, or hint system. Let's head back to the warehouse. And I believe it could be in here.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment.
Flem's keys.
A lockbox within a
Examine
strong box is too sturdy to break open. I'll need the key.
Maybe those 2 keys. Indeed.
What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade. It's good quality, too.
Some top quality jade. Lucky that the criminal from day 1 had some jade, otherwise we'd be screwed. So let's go back to Franco Franco at the Alhambra Theatre and offer him some fine-ass jade.
Do you have the item?
Yeah, relax, buddy. Here you go. Some jade.
Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
This is not a very good deal. You offer him, like, expensive jade, and he'll answer one question. Let's ask about the artifact.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it. But I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There. Now I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
So that was not really worth that piece of jade, but should point us in the right direction.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
Looks like we got another fax. Business is booming. And there is the fax. Let's have a look-see. Alright, can't really read that because that's kind of low res. But we'll do the text version. Dear Mr. Murphy, concerning our recent discussion, I have some information you may find helpful. But for me to tell you this, I would not be entirely happy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end of once. Like most everything else in the city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told that he lives somewhere in a luxurious, high-security apartment building called the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. Don't know which apartment, blah blah blah. Ask the police, they may be able to help. Alright, so let's go back and talk to our pal Mac at the cop shop.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with?
Alright, you can tell us about Eddie Ching.
Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him.
That sounds corrupt.
That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Boom, it's a location. Top floor of the Knickerbocker.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
Whoa! Whoa!
When I stop bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realize it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
And that would be the very same Underwood from the electronics store. So let's head back to the electronics shop. Good to know that store names in the future.
This is the brand new electronics.
Done away with brands. And this is Underwood, so we need to sweet talk some information out of him.
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Store.
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Smart move. Alcatraz, let's go for broke.
I worked on the robotic heat-activated surveillance system out at Alcatraz.
Okay, mister. I'm calling your bluff. I put that system in myself. I don't know who you are, but I'm done talking to you.
And that didn't work. So pretty much we can just keep trying until we get it right.
Em doesn't want to talk, but I need some details on the security system at the Knickerbocker. I tell him that Enrique, my pet goldfish, died this morning and that I'm talking crazy. He tells me not to worry about it, then tries his sales pitch on me again.
Which is a cool way for the game to let you keep trying.
I understand that you and I are in...
Really?
Well, Sometimes.
Don't worry.
The right answer. How about like Casino on Mars?
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, but I'm not easily impressed. Just ask my ex-wife.
Well, this security system would impress you. I'd tell you about it, but it's top secret stuff. Maybe in a couple of years.
We almost got there. Third time's the charm.
Ham still won't talk. So I tell him I have a mental disorder that makes me ask too many questions and that I forgot to take my medication. He seems skeptical, so I'll have to talk fast.
Let's try that again.
I understand that you and I...
Really?
Well, sometimes... Let's see.
I've heard...
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
And there we go, he told us how to break into the place. And what do we have it? There's the laser knife that we need.
The Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Ham knows what he's talking about.
Credit card time. Charge it on plastic. And we got ourselves a laser blade.
Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter.
Well, it does have lasers. So now we should be able to break into the Knickerbocker.
Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library. Either Ham exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day.
Indeed. We are in Eddie Ching's place. Whoa, that looks like the laser field.
So these are the laser nets Ham was talking about. There's a power box at the far end of the hallway with a button flashing. Maybe if I can hit that button, it'll turn off the laser nets.
If only there was some way to do that. Well, we've got the crossbow from the joke shop. Bullseye.
Man, this security system is tough. My brilliant shot didn't turn off the beams, it just popped open the power box. Looks like there's a lever that needs to be pulled down. Hopefully my old horseshoe tossing skills haven't left me. I'll need to find something fairly heavy.
And this is where the ring toss ring comes in handy.
Well, that's not gonna work.
But it's too light, so we need to fill it up with water, which will do so with the fish tank, which I think you can do even though there's piranha.
Well, that's not gonna work. This aquarium has less algae in it than...
There we go.
Now this ring should be heavy enough to be useful.
It's a very kind of silly and clever puzzle at the same time. At any point you can obviously use the hint system. Because the puzzles always usually get a little bit convoluted with the amount of items you need to use. And here is these ring tossing skills.
As soon as the ring hits the lever, the laser net shuts down. Now I should have the run of the apartment. If the statuette's here, Ching probably has it well hidden.
Indeed, and that's Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. As you can see, it's a lot of fun, especially the dialogue with Tex, and it's funny, and the hint system kind of always points in the right direction, so you don't need to, so you're not actually left with your head scratching at a lot of points. And it's actually quite good. The sequel, Pandora Detective, is a little bit better in terms of integrating everything in the story and stuff like that. And we'll catch you next time on the Year of Adventure. And this is Kosta for IGN, signing off.